Welcome, everybody. I'm joined by Andy Talaga, and we are
Hello.
here to do a Lorcana update, aka what a freaking mess.
Yeah, what a mess. Oh
so
man. I'm so
it,
glad I sold my D23 promos. Although I guess
it,
I have to see how much those things are worth now because they're probably like $1 trillion.
yeah, we are filming this. I think it's the 6th of 5th, 6th of September, and we both thought that single prices and sealed prices were to go down once you had this mass release on September 1st. And we were friggin' wrong. I will call it out. It seems like they have not gone down at all. So I'm bringing up here, this is the booster box. So keep in mind that MSRP, meaning what stores should sell this for, is around what, like 145 or something,
Yeah.
144.
I think they're supposed to be like $6 a pack, and there's what, like 20, I think there's 24 packs in a booster box.
So just like looking at this is bonkers, right? Like games released this period, okay, then it sort of settled a little bit, and then like booster boxes are selling for near $400 a piece. That is not a way to seed a successful game. This is the kind of stuff that parents are going to see and get spooked up. I mean, even me, I'm just like, I'm not going to buy a box. And
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to some of our earlier Lorcana videos we did, I will continue to harp on, normie parents who have no clue about collectible markets or collectible games or card games. Like they've probably heard of like Pokemon or seen packs at like Target for like $6 and they're like, okay, whatever, right? And like their kid who's like 9 years old, their friend randomly got some because their parents got lucky and bought it at MSRP out of a Target one day. And like your kid comes home and is like, oh, like I need to get Lorcana. And your parents like go to Target, they can't find it. They look online, they're like $400 for a booster box. That's like a quarter of our mortgage for a month. Why would I do this for 24 booster packs? Like, are you crazy? And that's the end of that. Right. And like, just, I mean, I I had believed that Ravensburger was not going to be this incompetent on how to launch a game. And it really shows that they were not the correct choice for launching a TCG. You don't get a puzzle company to make a TCG based on probably like, if not the most recognizable IP, it's probably not the most popular. Like Pokemon's the most popular, and then it's like, Marvel and Star Wars are up there, but like classic Disney is like definitely one in the top 5 or top 10 most popular like global IPs, right? I got to imagine. Maybe
yeah,
there's some like crazy Japanese ones like Sanrio and stuff, but like, you don't okay, Villainous did great. Congratulations, your local game store needs to order one copy of the Villainous expansion. And when they sell that one copy, they reorder it. They're not like they just, I mean, it's just evident from D23 till today that they had no clue what they were doing with when it comes to production. I mean, the cards look great. I can't fault them for that. I hear I haven't actually played it. I hear limited play, like booster draft or sealed, is actually like really fun to
I've heard
play.
multiplayer is also fun, like more than two.
Really
Yeah, like
fun. Regular constructed standard doesn't really look that fun because there's no
yeah.
way to interact with your opponent. But I mean, at the end of the day, like it's probably not bad. Like it's just probably like a fine game. I think it's probably shines more in limited and multiplayer, which is great, right? Like they put out a good product. They just didn't know how to put out enough of it, right? And like so you underprinted D23 promos by like a lot, right? Like 900. Come on, guys. Like
You should have had like a zero there, like 9,000, right?
you
Like,
probably could have put 2 zeros there
yeah.
and okay, maybe. But like um and spread it out across like multiple cons, right? New York Comic Con, and do one at San Diego Comic Con, and do one at Origins, and do one at Gen Con. Yeah, so you could have got 90,000 of them out there. It would have been fine, probably. But like you put out a few booster boxes at Gen Con, right? And it's a Gen Con exclusive, cool. And then you do like local game stores only, which like I get what they're doing, but like that's not really good for the game, because local game stores, they are going to charge above MSRP on these, right? Like you'd be stupid to not charge above MSRP, especially when you see people are just willing to pay $250, $300 a box right off the bat coming out of Gen Con. 2 weeks later, people are still hungry for it. They're going to pay. You're going to market it and sell it above MSRP. And you're going to use that 2 week grace period that you get to do it. And then literally they just were like, okay, every Target and Walmart gets 1 booster box and 2 starter decks. And you're like, are you kidding me? Right. It's hyperbole, right? There's a few more things, probably a case or two of like each thing. But like, I was driving to work and there's a Target like on my way to work. Right. And I'm like, oh, on September 1st, I'm like, let me just like pull over to the Target. It's going to take me 2 minutes to pull over, walk in. And I'm like, if they've got some, I'll buy it. And it was like 8:01 when I walked into Target. It opened at 8. And there was like 5 guys just standing around.
A swarm of neckbeards. Just a neckbeard horde.
Waiting to like accost the store manager whenever they like bring the Lorcana cases over. I'm just like, oh, I'm not even bother doing this.
I guess it launches at GameStop on Friday because GameStop carries.
That's going to be even worse.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the GameStop subreddit because I was just curious, and there's just a guy's like, please stop calling your local GameStop. We get 200 calls a day asking if we're going to have Lorcana. Like, we will have it. It'll probably be gone in 1 minute, but.
Sure, there's going to be 5 people that are standing there. The guy who's the store manager at the GameStop's going to call his friend and be like, hey, come in at this exact time and I'll sell you all the product.
Yeah, and like I think that's the other thing is like you're relying on like retail employees that are also like eyeing this and like, hey, I get paid $15 an hour. I can buy 3 of these and make 4 days of salary or whatever.
Sure,
like just selling it.
Right.
And like, so it just super exploitive and broken.
Yeah, and then they announce, and I think the reason that the prices, like you saw that price chart you put up, are going crazy is because there just wasn't enough printed on the initial release, right? And I got to imagine there's got to be somebody at Ravensburger who was probably like, this is going to be enough, right? Because otherwise they would have just printed more, right? And so then they announced that they're not going to print any more till October, and you're like, are you kidding me? The game sold out on the first day, like worldwide, right? So you've got a month of people sitting there waiting. So of course, naturally, what you're going to find is all the like, the carryover of buyouts and stuff from Magic. Like essentially at this moment in time, all of the Lorcana cards are equivalent to a reserve list card, right? So you're going to just buy out everything, and then like, all the whatever they are, the full art enchanted cards, like they're like the Elsa's like $800, $900, $1,000 or something like that. It's like,
yeah, I saw it for sale maybe 2 weeks ago for someone was selling it for $450, and I was like, that seems like a lot of money for this card.
Yeah,
and now
you got listed, TCG low, you're at $820. Median price, you've got $1125. Market price is $871. If I have just like a spare, I don't know, $15,000, I'm just going to buy every single copy of these. How many are for sale? Like 20?
Not that many. Yeah, it looks like maybe 15 on this page, and then there's just only
10 on a page. So you got great. You've got 17 up there, 19 listings for sale. There's a couple that are in the $1,000 range. You just take 20 grand, buy every single copy, go on eBay, buy all the copies of that, go on all the Facebook groups, buy every copy. You have 35 copies. You spike the market, and you relist one for $7,000. I mean, maybe not.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Why it went from 400 to 800 here.
I think this is big enough with it, right? Like if you're going to do a buyout, you just do the buyout and then force the market to correct to a 4-figure number. That's more than what you're buying there. I mean, the most expensive one there is $1,500. So you force the market up to 3,500 or so. A buyout is easy to do on this. You just have to have the capital, and you just hold it for 3 weeks and then sell it off, and you probably triple your money and just keep doing it. The other thing is run into is like, so they announced that they're going to print on October 1 or release for October 1, which means that they've committed to a quarterly release schedule, right? The next set's supposed to drop in December? It's like, are you going to have this all sorted out by December? A print run in October 1 is not probably going to be big enough to fix this issue.
Sure. So let's just like zoom out though here a little bit. I think if your intent with this game is to create a game that is played by people in stores and is, something that is going to rival Magic, then this has been an absolute and utter failure. If your approach is just, hey, we wanted to sell out at every store and create a little bit of hype, and maybe it moves, we made money on it because we sold a bunch of it, then sure, but the game will be dead within 2 years because people just...
I don't even do that one. But
you're never going to have an organic play community of people. Like, you need to have people playing this game because it's a collectible card game that's meant to be played, right? Like, that is how this is supposed to work. And
I feel like these like enchanted cards were just like shoehorned in at the last moment. Otherwise, you would have announced this with the main announcement that like they realized that, hey, this is a collectible card game, and there are people who are going to spend a ton of money on collecting this card game. We need to do something more than 204 cards, and you get 2 rares per pack. After 3 or 4 boxes, you've got the full set and everything you're going to ever need to play. So they needed to like sprinkle in something, which these feel very like last minute. Let's do this. And the other part of the collectible card game aspect of this is for, if you're going to be a player and play, your organized play program is terrible, right? Like, it's hard for stores to get into it. And what are you going to run? A league? That's it? Come on. I'm not interested in running in a league play, meet at my local card shop for, every Wednesday night from 6 to 9 to play my Captain Hook deck. Like, get out of here, right? I want to play in a like big marquee, like a Grand Prix or like a Pro Tour, like compete for like a lot of money. And like, they don't have anything like that. So there's not really like this top end of like competitive play that's going to like drive singles, right? They're not going to develop like metagame decks and like what the best deck is, because if you're just playing leagues, it's like right now, whatever product the 15 people that are playing were able to scrounge together is going to dictate your local game store's metagame, right? And so like if I happened to go and get whatever the big cards are, they made a free Wheel of Fortune. Are you kidding me? You tap a creature and Wheel of Fortune card. Like, that's so dumb.
So I agree. I also, so just like going back to the broader launch, and one of my big criticisms is this is a new product and you have new consumers coming into the CCG market or TCG market, and you are needlessly exposing them to the ugliness
of the worst.
Yeah, the ugliest part of this game, which is the secondary market. It's websites like eBay and TCG Player, and markups. This is the part of this hobby where people are speculating and trying to like make money off of cards that, frankly, it's like if you're thinking about this like a college course, it's like a 401 course. Like, and these people are coming in like, wait, why is this thing that's supposed to be $150 now $400? I'm just going to turn around. Like, you needlessly expose them to the really ugly underbelly of these hobbies, which is flipping, right? Which a lot of people
and that happens in all of the card games, right? Like Flesh and Blood and
sure.
Happen.
It shouldn't happen on day 1, right? It should happen on like day 100.
Correct. Well, to an extent, yes. But like the other thing is a lot of people who are coming into this are just like fans of Disney who are not used to this type. Like, if it's me, I'm going to look at this and be like, this is pretty normal and what I would expect for some product that was like severely underprinted. But if you're just like a fan of Disney and you're just like, I love Flounder and Ariel, yay, right? Like you're gonna like come in here and literally shit a brick when you see what's going on. And that's why like I left every Lorcana group. I couldn't take it anymore. It's all these people arguing over MSRP and why is this so expensive? And you're just like, it is what it is. It's a collectible market. Like, what do you expect it to be? It's supply and demand, and like this is how people act and on short print stuff. Like, are you kidding me?
It's reminiscent of a PS5 like 2 years ago when no one could get one, and they're sitting there trying to use bots. I just think I also silenced all the Lorcana groups or like left them because I'm just like, all you people are so freaking annoying, right? Like it sucks that you can't get this product. That's true. I don't know if you need to villainize your local game store that's running on razor thin profit margins for selling it for 25% over MSRP when you're going to buy it and flip it online yourself. Like, I just think that no one has good intentions in this, and it's like a really ugly space. And I guess I was telling you earlier that it launches at GameStop, and it's just gonna, on Friday, and it's going to be an absolute disaster at GameStop, like it was at Target, Walmart.
Not going anywhere close to a games. I mean, I haven't gone anywhere close to a game.
If they were really serious, they would have just said like, we're going to have this at distributors, but we're also going to have it at our website. Here's the link. Like,
well, they had it at all their websites. It sold out instantly because they put it up for MSRP. Like there was the Lorcana, the Ravensburger website lets you purchase it, and there was so much traffic. It was like a Ticketmaster thing where it just like crashed the website, and then like people would go back in and like add it to their cart and go back through the checkout, and then it would crash, and they do it again, and then like they'd look at their like there's people who like reported like they look at their credit card bills, and Ravensburger billed them like 6 times for the same thing, and then they're getting an email like Ravensburger is going to be refunding them because they couldn't fulfill the orders because they didn't have. I mean, from every aspect of this, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm just gonna wait for this to hit dead CCG status, and if I'm still interested at that time, I'll build a draft cube. Otherwise, I don't want anything to do with Lorcana. Please get it away from me. I'm good.
Yeah, I am also pretty good. This ran its course for me. It was entertaining. I was interested. I wanted to buy some and open it on this channel. Couldn't find any for anywhere close to MSRP, so I'm waving my flag. Ravensburger, you both Andy and I are pretty hardcore CCG guys, and we're just like, this is pretty.
I would love to have done it. And I'm not even saying it like, oh, like the price point's so high, like I can't possibly like. If I could find it, I'd, fine. If that's what the price point is, that's what the price point is. Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm used to it. Like, come on, I bought how many beta dual lands in my life? Like, I don't care about that. Like, that's not what I'm upset about. It's like, you guys just had literally no clue what you were doing.
Yeah. And I think that is like, yeah, sure, you can learn lessons as you go along, but I think that's going to carry over into future sets. That's going to carry over into like,
I don't want anything to do with Ravensburger.
Yeah,
I'll wait for it to hit dead CCG status. And
I mean, the only thing they did well is the art is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, the cards look great.
The cards look great. Really
interested in trying it out for a limited one day.
Yeah.
To like play, but I'm not gonna like go nuts over trying to like find a booster box so I can host a draft. Like I could care less.
No, absolutely not. All right, let's call it there. We'll probably do an update in another month or two when.
I mean, it's a fun story to follow. Like
that's right.
It's just like
a lot of Schadenfreude.
It's literally like watching like an ambulance get into an accident with a train.
It's like, I hope everyone's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
See, thank you, Andy. Thank you for that plug. All right, we'll catch everybody next time. Please, Lorcana trolls, leave your comments about why this game is so great. We'd love to hear it. All right, bye-bye.